tonight, the topic is emotions, right? Which is one of the most exciting things that people talk about. And many people use and the emotions and make for living, right? So we have to really see what is that these emotions can do. In today's society, we think emotions is bad stuff, it's bad things. Because that make a whole healing become so difficult. Is emotions bad or emotions is natural? So I think that tonight is a very important time we need to discuss this critical subject. If we are looking for the real, true healings, we say healing must be natural, then therefore emotions is a part of the nature, right? It's your nature. Who doesn't have emotions? Emotions is your response for something else. It's outside. Most likely it's outside that stimulate you. However, your thought, your feelings, your beliefs will make this thought, make these events or object or subject, or whatever you call, add your own personal colors. Think of this concept, right? It's a colors. It's almost like you are the chef. You buy things, your ingredients. Now it's depending on your skill and what do you want to make, right? How simple is noodles, tomatoes, spaghetti, and other kind of celeries, onions, and it depends on how do you want to make. You can make the Italian food, you can make it as Japanese food, or you make it as the Chinese food, or you can make other kind of food, and it depends on how do you want to make it. So different chefs come out with different taste. Now think the same concept. It's like emotions. Object is object. Subject is a subject. Right? Each one of us, based on our emotions, based on our situation, based on our thoughts, we are created. We are going to add our own processing and make this kind of processing become emotions. Now, we have to understand the emotions is natural, it's your own response. But the most important things of emotions is energy, right? We say energy is very important. We don't want to waste energy. Who want to waste energy? Just like who want to waste money? Nobody want to waste money. You don't want to throw your money into the water, but you throw your energy. You waste your energy. Energy is money, right? Energy. You just throw out your emotions, just boom, suddenly such a waste. But we never learn how to use this energy for healing. How? How can we turn this energy? It's your energy, remember. It's your energy, your personalized. It's your personalized energy. Now this energy contains quality and the quantity. What does that mean? The energy can turn to the quality quantity. Or we say that your emotions will turn to the quality quantity. For example, can be any kind of political events, right? How about the political? Anything, anyone. Just like now people, Trump, right? Presidents, they might be sued, all right? Events, it's a political event. But each one of us, or you add your own personal life, you can turn to the anger. You can turn to the fear. And also you can turn to joy, right? Happiness. And you might turn to the sad. Same event. Events doesn't change, right? Doesn't mean you are sad. Name the sue or the president will not be to go to the court. this event still continues. But however, your emotions change now, right? Now look among all the different emotions can be created by same events. This political event. Someone can create anger, right? The anger, if it becomes so strong, what's happening? Might turn to the violence, right? Might turn to the something else, make your completely different, out of control. Or the emotions can turn to the fears. We say can turn to the joy. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy he's going to go to the jail, right? It's all up to you. Now think this way. And the most important is here, same events for different people will turn to different emotions. Now it's not just different emotions, because different emotions are associated with the different organs function. Now that you need to real pay attention. If you turn to the joy, so therefore the same event will stimulate your heart, even though you through your mind, then processing mind associated with your heart. So we say heart, this organ associated with the emotions is joy. If you that event turn to the fear, so that means that emotions are come from your killing function. So that means the same events make your killing energy rise. Now, if you come out of anger, right, then associated with your liver. As the Chinese medicine says, no matter which kind emotions, they are all have to process it or transformed or transport through the liver. So which means your liver become and the central screens, everything must be go through the liver, then the processing. We have all the different kind of emotions. There are tons, in my opinion. They are three. They are three, the most powerful emotions we don't know how to use, right? Number one emotions is a fear. Fear. Because of the fear, these emotions surround everywhere, entire life. Particularly as of today, before you're born in the mother's womb, you already feel your mother's fear, right? Think of this, you already feared. You're during the pregnancy, do you get enough nutrition? What kind of food you should eat? You know, environmental safety, right? There's so many words. Do you get a shot? Do you need to do this? Do you need to do that? There's so many different kind of fear you already received from your parents. From your parents, even before you come out of this earth, exist in this reality, you already feel the fear. Right? Then when you grow up, forget it, that's too much. Everywhere is today, you look around, what things? Today, we are not based on the fear. Insurance, right? Who doesn't have it? If you want to travel, you travel insurance, right? Fears. Your house needs insurance, your car needs insurance, your job needs insurance, your life needs insurance, and even your health needs insurance. Think of this. Surround everything. Now what's happening? So that means your body build in the skill, the capability, fight with the fear. Otherwise you cannot grow. Look at today. Who doesn't grow? Everyone can grow. Everyone's still alive today. That means you are survived. You should tell yourself, I'm fear survive, right? Which is exactly the truth. But if you are fear survivor, in entire environment is a fear, then how can you cure the fear? How can you cure the environment? Almost impossible, right? So therefore, you try to cure the outside fear, almost impossible, unless you understand the power of the fear. If you feel the fear, that's the power. How do I use this for healing? Instead, I use the fear to create a stone, killing stone. Right? I don't want to use the fear to create a killing stone. I don't want to use the fear to make me more depressed. I want to use this fear, the energy of the fear, right? Remember, the energy of the fear for the positive angle for my personal growth. Right? You think in the other kind. Second one will be what? Anger, right? Anger, frustration, stress. Does anyone doesn't have a stress today? Everyone, everywhere, facing to the stress, facing to the emotional stress, physical stress, environmental stress, everything. So therefore, if you want, deal your stress. It's the same situation. You cannot deal with the outside situation. You cannot think in stress. It's not you. It's someone else give it to you. It's you response. It's your energy, your frustration, your anger. So what's happening? The power, right? The power. Because the anger power, that kind of power, come from the liver. Unlike the fear is like a wave, right? Like an ocean wave. You feel that like a fear wave come. The anger is not like a wave. Anger is like a punch, like something hit you, like a nail, like a knife. Focus, right? Because they focus, they have more power. They can break through something. They can push things out of control. You are angry. What's happening? You get a stroke. Your blood pressure be pushed higher, right? You push the blood clot. You push the blood flow. But if your quality of the blood is not good enough, then until push higher enough, doesn't have enough strength, stuck at the location, any part of your head, brain, then you got a what? Blood clot in your brain. Right? If a blood clot push in the body somewhere, something else can happen. Depend this blood be transformed or support to the body. Where? Location. The location stuck at the there, then cause the stagnation. Blood clot. Then you might need a surgery, you might take some different kind of treatment. So therefore, we are often see in the clinic, right? We often see the liver emotions come from the anger, this kind of emotions. The anger emotions, more violent, more sharp, if they show at the physical level. So does anyone know how to use this anger? Instead of giving yourself damage or giving you a push, because anger can push, right? It's the strength, it's the strength. So does that give you a clarity, give you a strength, give you a push? I want to change. I want to change in my life. I want to have a freedom. Not many people doing this. Many people just put these things to themselves. Right? That's the power, but we don't know how to use. We don't know how to use. Then definitely The third one, the most powerful emotions is joy, right? They say happiness can heal. You know, joy. Studies show the joy can prevent the heart disease, can heal the heart disease quickly. But unfortunately, not many people know how to use this. You cannot, based on get the actual more drink or do the drug, make yourself joyful, right? The joy must be created from the inside out, cannot be response from the outside in. That's only one thing's different, right? Happiness can be based on the outside. Someone can give you something, you're so happy, but the joy is not. Joy must come inside, even without the outside components. The joy must be happiness, because each one of us has a heart. Therefore, you have an environment can produce the joy. It's up to us when, where, how to produce the joy, the power of the joy. Still is emotions power. Can we know? Do we know how to use this kind of power? That's the most important emotions, but we don't know how to use. We don't know how to use, right? We just package everything, all the emotions together, say, hey, that's a bad stuff. We need to deal with it. We need to suppress it. We need to control it, right? Do not show your emotions. Come on. If you don't show your emotions, who are you? You never see the one of the true, your personality. You don't see the truth. You just suppressed. You just function by the mind, but someone think you should be, but that's not who you are. Then sooner or later, this kind of suppress, which is the energy, right? Energy. So the energy cannot create, energy cannot disappear, energy just can be transformed. As the last time when I talk about one of the most powerful function for the liver is it can transform from the invisible become visible, right? Then when we think about it, compared for the physical body and the emotions, then your emotions is invisible, right? Your physical body is visible. Then if you suppress the invisible emotions, which is you suppress the energy of your emotions. You have to think in this way. You are not suppressed. You are not control the emotions. You are control the natural energy from your own body. You suppressed. Now this energy, if it cannot have a natural way to express itself, then they must find a different way. They must find a different way to express itself. So depending on where they're gonna go, depending on which area of your body is a perfect place, perfect location can allow the emotions come in to make us the show. So therefore, if from that angle, you can diagnose, you can say that every physical condition is the emotions show, just the show, just the language, just the emotional energy turned to the physical energy. I know that might be too difficult for you guys, but you must know, in my opinion, if you are go down this natural healing path, you must know. Otherwise, you just continue focus on the visible foods. You just continue try to eat this food, eat the other food. You think, why I'm eating these things? It doesn't help me. You think of this. The liver is not like a stomach. It can receive the food, right? Liver doesn't receive the food. Liver has to processing by qi, by energy, by blood. It's a byproduct from your metabolic function. It's a byproduct from your digestive system. It's the qi. It's the materialized stuff go through the liver. It's not a materialized. Right? Materialized things is in the stomach, this organ. They are processing materialized. The liver doesn't processing materialized. It's a non-materialized, even though materialized blood associated with the liver function, transport blood to where your body. But however, still based on the qi, it's not based on the blood circulation. So after we understand these three major important emotions, then we are facing to the challenge, right? So do we going to focus on the food, or we are going to focus on where's my emotions? And the question becomes, how does my emotions come out, right? We said that before, emotions is your processing. It's based on your belief, your thought, your concept, your mind. The processing, you are processing something, then turn to your personalized energy. Personalized energy goes through your own bodies. Go through your own bodies. Your own body part. What does that mean? That means if you have joy, you might feel the joy. If you have anger, you might feel the anger. If you have a fear, you might use the fear, depending on which one. It's your own problem. So therefore, when you see the emotions, what do you see? You see yourself. You want to deal with this. Don't deal the emotions. You deal the energy. You deal your beliefs. You deal your mind. So if we can doing this, then we are ahead of the game. We know how to save energy because healing need energy. We are talking this. Because emotions is it's natural capability. It's each organ automatic response because that's who you are, where you are, how you are, and when you are. So each one has its own unique emotions. That's real. That's real. They get the processing. But as long as we are living in this society, each one of us has their own personalized, your own emotions. Our own emotions, which is our own energies. We just have to recognize that is the natural. It's natural, but it's not 100% natural because that natural can change while we are cultivating ourselves from the body, from mind, from the spirit. At the body, mind, spirit level, if you look these three categories as the oneness, you are continue in this self-cultivation and self-healing, then you little by little, you will see your own emotions change. Your emotions change. The quality of the emotions change. The area of your emotions change. Then you wouldn't use these emotions to harm yourself, and then either you wouldn't hurt others, but you will transform the energy of your emotions for healing, for courage, for creativity. So I think that should be very important for us in this season, spring season, the season, right? This season associated with the liver, right? Go over the one more time, go over this, the season is associated with the liver. At the beginning, when I say the one thing, we say, okay, we look at the nature, right? We look at the nature, the season, right? It's a neutral. It is. Somehow, yes, somehow it's not. Somehow it's not. You have to look at the season. It's season. Season is emotions too. It's the season's emotions. Spring has a spring emotions. Summer has a summer emotions. Fall has a fall emotions. Winter has a winter emotions. Each emotions, each different seasons emotions will connect to your organs emotions. They're connected. So what does that mean? That means you have to think in this way. Your liver is not going to stuck inside your body. They also outside your body. Now, if we say it's the season of the spring, then you have to look around after spring, right? Look at the season and show in this earth what's happening. That is the natural power. Then that is your liver's power. If nature can show natural power, then why not your liver can show too? Simple concept, right? The simple concept is difficult to process it. But it's not that difficult. Only difficult is you don't understand. Once you understand, you will looking forward to see. You see the season change, or you wouldn't say that's a season, that's my liver, right? You're just introducing, oh, that's my mother, right? Earth, that's my mother, right? You look at the spring, oh, that's my liver. You look at the wind blow, oh, that's my liver, that's my anger, frustrated, let go, right? Then your entire consciousness will feel different. Your spirit will feel different. Do you want to be this way? Do you want to have a total free of your emotions? Okay. At the least, that give you a hope, right? At the least, that give you a pattern, give you a framework, allow you to see everything is possible, right? They say everything is possible as long as you meet requirement. So in this transition, the seasonal transition, what do we need to do? We just need to continue cultivate ourselves. We need to continue to practice. We need to continue readjust our mind, readjust our body, make sure our body, our mind can feed into seasonal transition, because of that season is represented our healthy liver function. So if you want to have a healthy liver function, if you want, can use all the power of emotions, you better look into how to make your liver function become more profound.